There are 5 new emerging details concerning the case of one Mary Clare versus one Elvis Opiyo. News emerged over the weekend about the assault attack of one man that was sent by allegedly an ex-lover to attack Mary Clare in Kibera, Nairobi. Now, since then, officers have gone ahead and arrested one Elvis Opiyo, who is the main suspect in this case and is currently in Kibera prison, while Mary Clare is hospitalized at Kenyatta National Hospital. These are the 5 things that you need to know concerning the case. Number 1. On Monday, Elvis Opiyo and his lawyers applied to be granted bail on a 1 million bond as investigations go on, but the court denied this request. The investigating officer claimed that most of the crucial witnesses had not yet recorded their statements. He needed time, he said, to clear out the investigation properly. So Elvis Opiyo will be in custody until next week on Tuesday, awaiting the determination of his case that is in the Kibera law courts. Number 2, Clare is still hospitalized in Kenyatta National Hospital. In an update, His Excellency, the former governor of Nairobi, Clare, said that he is recuperating well and her right eye had suffered a great loss and she was not seeing anything with her right eye. She said that her left eye is well and that she can only see with her left eye. Mike Sonko, in a rejoinder, promised Clare that she will be served with justice, even if it means hiring lawyers on her behalf. He also promised that she is going to regain back her beauty, even if it means taking her abroad for specialized medical attention, but he trusted the facility that she was in. Number 3, it is important to note that this is not the first that Elvis is assaulting Clare. According to reports, there are claims that he once assaulted Clare in November last year, that is 2025, and Mary went ahead and reported the matter to the police in Kibera, but there was nothing that was done concerning that report. Number 4, it is alleged that Elvis Opiyo has tried suicide severally because of the stress and depression that is coming out of the situation. So he has been trying to commit suicide as a result of having a lot of stress. That is according to various online reports. Number 5, Clare was assaulted on Tuesday, 17th of March 2026, but a report came out when the former governor of Nairobi raised an alarm. So against all odds, it was not the choir that she sings with that raised the alarm. It was not the choir that Elvis sings with that raised the alarm. It was the former governor of Nairobi, Honorable Mike Mbuvi Sonko, that raised the alarm and consequently went ahead to organize and plan for his arrest. Number 6, as we speak, there is no account or public opinion of the wife of Elvis nor that of their respective parents. As we speak, many people have delved into giving their opinions about this matter. One of the renowned pastors said that this is not the time to suspend the young man Elvis from membership in the church or from the choir. She claimed that while this relationship or affair was going on between a married man and a lady who was not married, the choir was aware but did nothing. Now, why the pretense that now they are claiming to suspend him after everything has broken out that they had an affair? This is the time, she said, for Elvis to be shown the cross and be brought close to Christ and not to be excommunicated or suspended from the choir. Others claimed that it is the church who has failed the musicians or the so-called singing groups and not the other way round. In a rejoinder, members of the public went ahead to claim that the church had not failed the membership of the choirs, rather the other way around. Now allow me to read some of the comments that came out in various media, including Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. One lady said, church choirs may have their weaknesses too, but let's talk about these set groups calling themselves ministry. How SDA singing groups came into existence. Before 2005, there were no fake SDA choirs who branded themselves as ministries. They started popping up from around the year 2010. The groups are now countless, mostly in Kenya. Other countries don't have numerous singing groups, but choirs. You will agree with me that 98% of SDA singing groups are set groups with no specific stand in SDA church faith. Quite a number of them don't belong to one specific church, but from different churches, stations, blocks, fields, conferences, and divisions. Quite a number of them don't have church membership in any church, while others lost membership due to their uncouth behaviors, but don't want to renew so that they can continue to live with their lives outside the church. Quite a number of these singing groups members are serial divorcees, yet are still allowed to take the Holy Communion in the name of be the first one to cast the stone if you have not committed any sin. Let us serve God in truth and in spirit, she concluded. In other reactions, some of the netizens said that they family stand with the wife. They don't stand with Clare nor with Elvis. They stand with the wife who was allegedly suffered for 8 years while they were having an affair. Some sided with Clare, saying that justice must be served. No amount of offense should guarantee or should lead to assault like the one that Elvis caused Clare. And some sided with the boy child, saying that every detail must be brought to book. They have to listen to both sides of the story for them to be judgmental or come to a conclusion on who had been at fault in the first place. So tell us in the comment section, what is your take on this whole hullabaloo? One netizen said, I have realized even if you bring 20 preachers to a person who loves doing the bad, or sing to them several songs, or baptize them 30 times, unless the conviction from above is with that person, that is just a skit or drama to please commentators. These very choirs and groups sometimes do not like Bible study, and study helps in spiritual growth. Most watasoma Bible study 10 minutes at most, and music 5 hours. Not a problem if they study more or personal time can understand. Singing to either feel good, look good, enjoy beats, but not the very words of the songs being sung convicting them. One lady said the church has failed to address the issue of sexual promiscuity among her members. Another said, we must accept to be under God's grace. There is the power of choice. We must surrender our lives to Christ Jesus. That is a choice you make if you want to be saved. One person said. Another said, let anyone who wants to sing join church-based choirs. The breakaways are personal businesses. Another wrote, these choirs don't want to be attached to local churches for fear of protocol. Wanataka tu kuwa independent. In some reports, indicates that the months that followed before the attack, Elvis struggled emotionally at one point. He is said to have attempted to take his own life but survived. The pain of rejection, the sense of betrayal, and the feeling of having invested too much are believed to have taken a toll on him. However, instead of healing, the situation allegedly worsened.